Hey guys, it's Dal and we're back with Shovel Knight Specter of Torment. So we're going to be taking on Plague Knight stage next. Home Your Edge. Alright, so this is Plague Knight stage, and the song that's playing here is called Aqua Vitae. It is a remix of Flowers of Antimony. And I can tell Jake Kaufman went Mega Man with this song, mainly because Minami Matsume made the original song, Flowers of Antimony. And since Minami Matsume made the soundtrack for Mega Man 1, Jake Kaufman decided to go Mega Man with this song. Alright, so there's our first Red Skull. Let's go ahead and get that. I'm just going to go ahead and use the Judgment Rush to get that Red Skull. And there is another Red Skull at the end of this room. Right over there. Just get on the platforms and keep moving up till you get it. And there's another Red Skull. All you have to do is break the ground that's above it. And there you go. Alright, at the end of this room, hit the potion back up to the ceiling, and you have unlocked a secret room which contains a darkness wisp. A lot of people miss this. It's a very well hidden room, I must admit. So get that. And I just love using the Judgment Rush, it's just so much fun. Makes it feel a lot more fast-paced. So there's another Red Skull on the wall. And I thought I was gonna die right there for a second. But good thing the platform saved me. And there's another Red Skull down there, which I will get in a moment. Just gotta get this gold first. And there we have it. The next Red Skull. Alright, now to move on. And there's another Red Skull. I'm just going to use the Judgment Rush to reach that enemy and then get the Red Skull. And I might as well just go ahead and eat that turkey. And I believe we're coming across another Red Skull here. Yeah, we are. In this room. I was going to take out the Skeletal Sentry to destroy that dirt block and get the Red Skull. It's a little trick I learned from a speed run. You might want to be careful here because there's all these birds dropping potions on the liquid, and it seems flammable. And we're actually coming across another Red Skull. Just wait for another bird to come by and slice your way up there, and then you'll get the Red Skull. And I see another checkpoint. We're actually getting closer to a mini-boss. So I'm going to go ahead and eat this turkey and destroy this checkpoint. And here we go. I'm going to send out my Skeletal Sentry to inflict a lot of damage on it. And he's down. Okay, now to move on. There's a checkpoint, and there's a silver platter, which will restore your health. As long as it's not a bomb. Okay, it's not a bomb. I didn't really need it, though. And now we're in the fire shooter section. We're coming across our next Red Skull, behind this wall, and there it is at the end of the room. And behind this wall there's another treasure chest with a lot of gold. That was quite a lot. That's good. Don't want to go too fast, don't want to fall into the bottomless pit. Gonna Judgment Rush my way through him, just to speed things up a bit. And we're actually getting close to the boss now. Now there's one more room I gotta go to. I think it contains a red skull. Yep, it's right over there. But there's this dog thing that if you hit it, it'll give you gold. Oh, come on. Get over here. I want to get everything out of you. Come on. Give it to me. Give it to me. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright. Now to move on. Alright, good. There's a silver platter. I needed that, to be honest. Contains an apple. And... oh, I didn't know you can destroy that wall. I did not know that. Huh. Okay. Actually, I'll just go ahead and use the Judgment Rush. Pass through these guys. I guess I'll kill him. Get the gold. There's one more checkpoint. And tell me there's a silver platter. Yes, there is. Contains turkey. Get darkness. And here we go. We're gonna fight Plague Knight.
What? Wow, something called the Embalmer. This one's past its prime. What are you even doing here?
Show yourself. I've come to differ you the position of court alchemist to the Enchantress. Join us in her army of invincible knights.
Oh, you don't say. Sounds important. Invisible knights? Tell me more.
Boom! You're clearly not paying attention. Perhaps my scythe will get through to you. Alright, so here's Plague Knight. Gonna send out a Skeletal Sentry and the Chronos coin. And then he clones himself. Now, the clone and then the real Plague Knight, the difference is the slightly different shades of green. And that was the end of Plague Knight. Alright, let's go ahead and get our next curio. The next curio is the Bounding Soul. So with this weapon, when you throw it, it goes diagonally, and it can bounce off walls and stuff. It can bounce around the room. And that was that. We'll go ahead and upgrade this curio, and talk to Plague Knight, and one of his minions as well, because he'll give us free gold.
This tower sure is seeing a burst of activity lately. Business is booming. I'm having a blast.
Well, that's good. So let's go ahead and upgrade our curio. And it's time to take on the next stage. And we'll be taking on Polar Knight stage next. Here we go. Oh, who's this? Baz?
Yeah! Am I late? Is this the night's meeting? Do we get to pick our awesome powers? I want lightning! Oh, come on! Wait! Did you see my righteous whip? Can I have a helmet? I'm a size, large!
Out now.
But...
Yeah, get lost!
But... I had my entrance moves planned and everything. It was so cool! You know, for an order of evil knights, you guys are really mean. I just wanted to be the main event. You haven't seen the last of the Baz!
We should really get some bars for the windows. Yeah, because that was pretty inconvenient. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and take on Polar Knight stage. Darkness looms. Okay, so here's Polar Knight stage. It has rails that you can grind on. But I can grind on the ground without the rails, because I have the rail mail. Well, anywho. This song is called A Wintry Paradise. It is a remix of A Cool Reception. Now, I'll be honest here, I used to hate this song, but it grew on me. I liked the original. The original kind of had like a, I don't know, a Star Wars vibe to it, like the Hoth battle or something like that. But this song feels like you're skiing down a snow mountain during a blizzard at night. And towards the end of the stage, the song really does fit that part of the stage. So I just went up there to get that treasure chest, and I'm going to use the Judgment Rush to get that red skull. And these guys are always pests. But it's always fun and satisfying when I kill them. And there is another red skull. I'm just going to slice my way up there to get that red skull. And there is another red skull at the end of this room. And a checkpoint. And there's a rotten apple. Just going to carefully climb up these blocks. And here comes a mini-boss. Just do a homing attack on him and then just keep slicing him with your scythe. Very simple. Now the third time he's actually going to blow this thing. So I'll just use my Judgment Rush. And I got Turkey at the end. Use my Judgment Rush to get that red skull. And I'm actually going to go back for that checkpoint and destroy it. Now these switches, if you hit them, it'll turn some of the platforms on or off, depending on what color the switch is. And they work as walls as well, so, like right here, I'm gonna get that next wisp. It is a Willful Wisp. Alright, so these guys are going to try to throw spears at you. You can use those walls to block the spears so they don't hit you. Like right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and slice this wall open to open up that treasure chest for some gold. Here comes some more grinding sections. And a checkpoint. And we're coming across our next red skull. It's right down there. Just get it, and then jump, and then walk up the wall for a bit, and then jump off, and then you'll be right back on track. Now I'm going to go ahead and destroy this checkpoint, and then use the Judgment Rush to reach to the other side of the room, to speed things up a bit. Here's another checkpoint, and here's the snow in the air, which if you touch them, they'll fall on the spikes so you can walk on them. And we're going to go over here and unlock this next room, which contains a red skull. Alright, so we're about to enter another room. And it contains another red skull, but this one's different. Unlike all the other red skulls we've seen, this one is actually somebody in specific. It's Scarlet. Alright, so there's another red skull behind that wall, which we're going to break open. And there's a treasure chest, which contains gold. And here comes the grinding section. Now, don't jump right here. Just don't. Okay, and then you'll get that red skull. And then there's a red skull right below us. Just go back to the other screen. And then get the red skull. And here comes Polar Knight. Your reputation precedes you, Polar Knight. The glory of battle awaits you in the Enchantress's new order. not much for words. Is there nothing you desire? My master is willing to make it worth your time. Alright, so we gotta fight Polar Knight. I'm just gonna send out my Skeletal Sentry. And he just jumps up in the air, and he's gonna bring out some spikes by shoveling up the snow. And he drops down platforms as well. And he's able to knock down the platforms too. I was a little bit nervous here, but I realized I can just use the rail mail to kill him. Because I'm immune to spikes when I'm grinding. And that was Polar Knight. Luan, I'm... Halt! Who goes there? You have sealed your fate, your friend has fallen, and your own life is forfeit. Unless you do as I command, I shall grant you a reprieve from certain death, and give you great power. I gather I don't have a choice then. Fine, I'm listening. Ho, you will gather me a grand army. The knights of this land will bow before me. You will bring them here, and I will have a fearsome order. If that is your price, then so be it. I bind you with this enchanted locket. When 8 knights kneel before me, it will gain the power to restore life. I will do as you wish. Ha ha ha! Yes, now go, my Spectre Knight, and sow fear throughout the Empire. An 8-bit laugh. Spooky. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and get our next curio. And it is the Spider Scythe. So it rolls on the ground, and it climbs over obstacles. And it will not destroy dirt blocks, which is good, because there's some enemies on dirt blocks. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade it and talk to Polar Knight.
This stuff you keep is no place for warriors, but the meat is plentiful. I may stay here for a while yet.
We'll go ahead and upgrade the Spider Scythe and then take on the last boss, which is going to be Tinker Knight. From the Shadows! Alright, so this is Tinker Knight stage, and the song that's playing here is called Tools of War. It is a remix of a song of Devious Machinations. And I got that Red Skull. I know I've been saying machinations, because I honestly did not know how to pronounce the word machinations. It was the first time I heard it, so I apologize. Now, my opinion on this song, well, of Devious Machinations was my favorite song in Shovel of Hope. Then I heard the Specter of Torment remix. I was hoping it would be a little bit better. I was hoping that it would sound better, but I used to not like it as much. But the song actually grew on me now, and now I like it a lot. I like it just as much as the original, and that's good. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get that Red Skull. And there's a checkpoint. Just use this projectile and slice up there to destroy it if you want to. Wait for these platforms to stretch out so you can reach to the ladder. And I'm gonna get rid of this guy first. And then here's some oh no! Fuck it, no! Just kidding. It's a bomb. I was hoping it would be turkey. And there's a red skull. Gonna go ahead and get it. Gotta go to the other side first. Just gonna grind my way over there. And then reach the red skull. Alright, so we're getting close to the next wisp. And the last wisp we're going to be collecting. Looks like we got these iguanas, I guess? I don't know. And behind this wall there is a treasure chest, which contains a lot of gold. And there are those platforms where you should be jumping more often, because if you stand there for too long, you'll fall. And there's our last wisp, is the darkness wisp. And there we go. We got all the wisps in all the stages. And it looks like there's some food right there, a rotten apple. So I'm just going to go over here and destroy that checkpoint, and then we'll move on. Careful of these rolling gears, they'll fall on you. And there's another red skull I see. And behind that wall was some pink gold. And there we go, we got the red skull. Whoa, I hit the gear. Alright. Now I think this section is the auto-scrolling section, yep. So, you're gonna move slowly. Here comes another red skull. And we're almost to the end of this auto-scrolling section. Just destroy these blocks. Then behind this wall is pink gold. Just gonna go ahead and use the Judgment Rush to get to the other side. And get that red skull. And destroy this checkpoint. You got more of these platforms that if you step on them, then they go down. And when you jump off of them, they'll slowly come back up. Those guys are pests. I would have done a homing attack on them, but the gears were moving. Behind that wall was turkey. If you need it, go ahead and get it. And I see another red skull. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Not far enough. Oh, okay, well, we can destroy these blocks. That's good. And you need to stretch this platform, too, to get that red skull. And there is another red skull behind this wall. Make sure you get it. Gonna have to pick up the pace because I have no more darkness. Kinda wasted it all. Alright, there we go. Let's just use the hover plume. Actually, no, we don't have enough darkness for that either. I guess I'll just use that gear and then slice upwards. Alright, there we go. I'll open that treasure chest too. And I'll just skip all this by using the Judgment Rush. I think I can refill my darkness here now. Not all the way full, but I can get a little bit more by beating up this guy. Come on. Oh, come on. Alright, there we go. We got a little bit of darkness back. And we restored our health with that turkey. And now it's auto-scrolling up. So be careful. Try to stay on the platforms and never look down. Keep moving. When you're over here, just keep mashing that jump button. And there it is! The last red skull on this stage. We got it. And we're getting close to Tinker Knight. Alright, so behind this wall, it's turkey, if you need it. I didn't, but I just ate it anyway. And then here's a treasure chest, which contains gold. And the checkpoint, and here comes Tinker Knight. What are you, some kind of ghost? Get out of my shop, I have some work to do. The Enchantress would like a word. We have an army to raise, and talented engineers are in short supply. Ha! You may be a tool, but I'm not. Time to make short work of you. Alright, so this is Tinker Knight. At first, he has the mobile gear. And he's not gonna fuck around for the first fight like he does in Shovel of Hope and Plague of Shadows. Although he's still easy for this part. He'll raise himself up with the mobile gear with spikes and he'll just ram into the wall and he still throws wrenches. And that's about it. Alright, that was the first part of Tinker Knight. Now for the second part. He has his machine. And he's still on the mobile gear, but he's flying. He's gonna use the Judgment Rush just to get to him. And this machine just runs everything over. And there's bombless pits too, so don't fall into them. He's also gonna start shooting those rockets that Shovel Knight could have platformed on. As so, and it destroys the platforms too. Yeah, honestly, I just stay right here, and then just use my scythe to attack him. And then when he goes to the other side, usually I would like to use my Judgment Rush. Depends where I am, though. But if I'm close enough like that, I can just home in on him. And that was Tinker Knight, and he just fell into the bombless pit. Alright, that was the last boss. And there's just a few more things before we end episode 3 of Specter of Torment. First, we're going to get this curio. It's the barrier lantern. You create a shield of fire. It can attack enemies, and you're immune to fire. And when fire touches it, it'll grow bigger in size, and when you throw it and shoot it at an enemy, it'll explode and kill them, most likely. Alright, we'll upgrade that, and we'll also talk to Tinker Knight. Tools of war can force a kind of peace, but I think our rules should be fair and just. None but fools would break things and not rush to fix them. And we'll go ahead and upgrade our barrier lantern. And all of our curios have been upgraded. Just a couple more things to do and we're set for episode 3. Want to be cool like me? When leaping from a rail, try pressing up or down to pull off some slick stunts. Alright, gonna be playing this mini game over here. Ah, welcome! View visit the endless parapet, but for the brave I offer a brief diversion of my own design, as if the enchantress has time for diversions. I've been here for longer than she, I nearly reward the odd seeker of thrills and none harm me. Care to play my game? If you fare well, there may be a reward. Ah! Then we shall begin. Please board the platform. Alright, here we go. So what you have to do is reach the top of the tower. You can see how high you are on the left side of the screen. I also wanted to upgrade all of my curios, my darkness, and my will before I took on the stage. Like the Judgment Rush, I definitely recommend using the Judgment Rush. And the Rail Mail. I make sure that I don't use the Judgment Rush too much. I want to conserve my darkness, even though you can refill your darkness on the way. I probably should have used my Judgment Rush instead, but hey, at least I'm still in the game. The electricity is getting close though, so we should pick up the pace. I was a little bit nervous that the jellyfish would have zapped me, but I had to rush my way through. And I was close to losing, but no, I'm still in the game. And we're almost there. And we won! I am impressed. You have bested my challenge. Well done. Alright, one more thing to do before we're finished with episode 3, and we move on to episode 4, which is the last part. We're going to be talking to Red and giving him all the red skulls, but since we got all the curio, he's going to start paying you for the red skulls. Oh, woo, how I long to become lost in her empty gaze. I cannot stand to see another red skull, not one more. Oh, how her delicate mandibles clattered with laughter, her beauty brow ridge so art perfect, eye sockets. Wait a tick, I can't believe it! It's her! We found her, at last! Red? Red, my love? Is that really you? Yes, I've been searching for an eternity, my sweet Scarlet. I'll never let you go again. My heart soars with joy. This calls for a celebration. Join us in the ballroom, Specter Knight. You have our deepest thanks, Specter Knight. I hope you enjoyed the show. Not really. How joyous! Let's head back, shall we? I'll find a way to repay you. Until then, please bring me more red skulls. Perhaps we can collect them all! Which we'll be doing in the last episode of Specter of Torment. See you then.